grateful. If you understand the importance of having the parents and you are grateful to them, then it is the best way of showing the gratitude. They demand nothing from you. All you can give them is respect and love. Those who actually understand what is it to have parents and how they make your world better than you imagine, they will know that your parents have no selfish motives and they love you selflessly. They love you always. Your parents are the only ones who will love you always. No one in this world will love you more than them. Others may claim to love you. You may think that your friends do, but they may fake, maybe not. But your mother and father love you from the bottom of their heart, and that is never feigned. The love of your parents is the best thing in the world, and there is nothing above their love. They taught you the right way. The kids are always lovely for their parents. Whether a kid breaks a plate in anger, the mother will not ask him to leave the house. Understand that your parents will always teach you the right thing. Even if you are wrong at some place, all they will do is ask you to never repeat the same, or in the worst case, scold you. They do so because they know what is right and wrong, because they know the world more than you do. Always there for you. Every parent in the world always will support his child, no matter what. In all good times and the bad, parents will always be at your side and provide with everything they could. They do everything they can just for the sake of their children. Your friends may abandon you, but parents will never do this. They will always have their doors open for their children. If you fight with a friend, you are no longer his friend. But if you fight with your dad, he is still your dad. They raised you. From the day you came to this world till this day, they are the ones who have brought you up and made you what you are today. They fed you first instead of eating themselves. They gave you the best and the sufficient, even if they had to compromise on some. You are because of them. Parents are those people who brought you in this world. It is because of them that you exist. Your existence is a gift by your parents. More than a gift, your existence is a favor done by your parents. This favor is something that you will never be able to pay back. If you enjoyed watching our video, do share it. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's what I'm talking about, right? See, I gotta turn these headphones down. I think it was an echo. Can you guys hear the bad echo, right? Hello? Can you hear me? Why is it so? Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this a little bit. How you turn this shit down? Anyway, I can't I take one out because I don't really know what I'm doing. But anyway, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, Heavenly Father, up above, I ask you to please do me a favor. Watch over my father as you has been. We got some good news today. Hopefully, in your grace, your will, he'll be coming home tomorrow. I ask you to watch over everybody in this chat. All the brothers here that come to support me, I ask you please watch over them and their families. All the brothers in Philly, the brothers I talked to today, they got that little thing this weekend, you know, their little mandatory thing. Please watch over them, Lord, because they are my brothers too, you know. And me, I spread the love with your grace in my heart is the way. And I ask you to watch over these children, the ones who are going through a lot. You know, keep them strong. You know, keep your hand over their heart, Lord. Make them even through that pain to still be able to try to crack a smile. That's my mission. You know that. Everybody in the chat, watch over them and their family. People look at me and think, hey, this dude's praying on TV. He's nuts. No, I feel this. I know your grace. I seen the light when them bullet holes ran through my legs. And I was sitting there on that gurney. I didn't know what was going on. I was bleeding out. Didn't know what was happening. Getting weak. I felt you touch my heart. So I know it's real. you know? And that's why I'm a fighter and a warrior for you, you know, and a warrior for these kids. And without you, I'm nothing. I understand that. No man is better than no man. Nobody. We all bleed the same, you know? Sometimes some people will forget that it's you that got them to where they are, you know? These guys, they're out here, they try to pass this message. You know who's got the heart. If I don't have it, you check me, right? I know the entrance fee to heaven. It's not a tattoo, it's your heart and respect and loyalty. And in your name I pray, amen. Anyway, so this intro about respecting your parents was pretty much about Carlos probably going to be coming in here. But anyway, what it's about is it doesn't matter who your parents are. You know, your parents, doesn't matter if you're foster parent, your neighbor raised you, your uncle raised you, your grandma. My kids know their grandparents. My mom is, you know, shit happens. It's life, man. You don't get upset. You keep going, you fight. You don't show weakness. There's no reason for that. You know, weakness is something that. Hold on a second, guys. Yo, what do you say? All right. So as I'm saying, like, you know, you guys, these fake tough guys up here, all these clowns. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, shout out to this is cause you know what, like that phone call, that text, that's called looking out. You know, these guys we just met. And I just want to say to them, looking into the camera, you know who you are. You know, you're my new brothers. I'm your new brother. You got a Philly friend for life, whether I'm independent or not. I got your back. I know you stand with me. You know, and Kevin, yeah, I ain't got to tell you, brother. You know, mad love. But you know, for me today, like these guys are bikers. Like to all you people out there who judge bikers, oh my God, the tattoos and all this and that, the stereotype, the beards. Listen, man, you can't. You don't judge people by that. I mean, seriously, because if you judge people by what they look at Jesus, how he looked, long hair, beard. I mean, in that time, that's the way it was. People doubted him. Look what they did to him. You know, you guys got to wake up and teach these kids. You know, whoever a parent is to a kid doesn't matter. If somebody's there in that place, you show respect. You know, you never disrespect your parents. And the reason for me doing this also is for all these clowns on the other side. Um, you know, remember one thing: something's showing us that you cats weren't raised right by your actions, the way you talk to people, the way you disrespect Angel Gotti, shows you're a clown. And you know, in my day, there'd be ramifications for that. And I don't need to call 30 bikers. I come right to yourself, to your face myself. But no, there's so many cameras, and everybody calls the cops. But remember this: there's a lot of dudes out there that don't care about them cameras and don't care about the friggin' law. You know, it's called respect. And when you break that respect, you have a problem. So the intro was not so much about the, you know, obviously I love kids, man. That's my whole mission. But it wasn't about, you know, respect your parents in the way, like, you know, how the whole norm, everything goes. No, it's respect your it's how you get taught right. It shows they're not taught right. That was the message. These guys aren't taught right. They just run their mouth. There's no consequences, but I promise there's consequences. Sooner or later, you know, every loud mouth gets cracked. It gets shut. It's just proven. That's why I don't run my mouth. That's why I don't act like a tough guy. I don't never claim 1%. I never said none of that shit. These guys go on that because they're a bunch of punks. And to be honest, I'm here right now. And I'd like to say this right now to all you clowns because, you know, I'm taking this into a different direction. But I will do this right now. Anybody on here, anybody who wants to come on here and tell me, the link's in the chat. Anybody wants to come on here and debate me on ethics, on loyalty, on street, you know, anything like that, man. You guys shouldn't even be in this genre. You guys are on the sidewalk, man. The way you fight like little girls. And listen, I got to be honest. This, I'm getting away. I don't want to do negative, but I was talking to somebody today, and he called me, an old time biker dude, and he's like, "Yo, he's not even in life. He's a civilian now. I mean, he was still never rap, but he's a civilian. He doesn't say that, but anyway, he says, listen, what's up with these guys disrespecting Angel Gotti? This guy lives in the sticks. He has like 17 acres. His whole farm, it looks like a big ass farm, garages, like, this guy, since I was a kid, like, he was very respected at one time. I'll never say his name because he won't want me to do that. But, for him to watch and see that, it's not about the Gotti name. It's about disrespect. You guys better stop. I'm telling you right now, quit while you're ahead. You guys lucky you got away with this far. This ain't a threat. This is a promise, man. Not physical. Could be, however they're going to handle it. With lawyers, you never know. You can't treat people like that, man. It's somebody's mother, somebody's wife, their aunt. I know it's all fun and games because, they all run with the feds and they can say, do whatever they want. And they got the cop squad and this and that. Yeah, it's easy to run your mouth when you can just pick up the phone and you got them in your, Here goes to South Philly. South Philly. Let me say hi to the chat real quick. Say hi to everybody real quick. Mobland. Wait, hold on. Mobland. Top Cutter, Gimmick, MB, Gimmick, BK Skip, Gregory, MB, Donnie Ragu. Who else? Real Justice, what's up, brother? T-Hop, that's my nephew. See that kid right there, kid in the chat? That kid right there, nephew. Shout out to Sean. We lost Sean too, his best friend. And we keep his picture up there because Timmy came in the chat. Kid was like a son. Who else? Rob Miller. Yeah. Real men fucking cry. Men don't cry. Looks like a bitch crying on screen. Yeah. Listen, I've seen some of the dudes in my life. I've seen some of the biggest, baddest, toughest. I'm talking fucking giants. I've seen guys go fucking 34, 40, 160 and 0. Amateur, 160 and 0. Cry. It is what it is. Tell him, T-Hop. Joe Del Mera, Italy. Lloyd, South Philly. Mimo. Lloyd, what's up? Thank you, bro. I appreciate all you guys. What's this? Is good. It's good for views and super chats and views, Angel. Yeah, I'll be honest. In all respect, MRE doesn't want to talk about it no more, man. He wants to let it go. So look, man, when you come on here and you run your mouth, you talk your shit, and you can't back it up. Listen, how hard is it to run your mouth on here where you can pick up? Hold on. Yeah, anybody come to my door. Do whatever you gotta do. Of course you can do that. Hold on. 911. Yeah, this guy's in my house bothering me. Come on, man. Listen, what's the greatest thing about being in the biker community? It's such a big community. And when you're respected, whether you're 1%er, no percenter, like, people see that. They see real, right? So sooner or later, these guys that run their mouth, like I said, it's somebody's mother, somebody's aunt, somebody's, granddaughter, or somebody's grandmother, or somebody's niece, or, sister. You guys better wake up. Yeah, we're not talking about it no more, man. Thank you, rehabilitated behavior, all you guys in here, man. So look, the bottom line is these guys aren't taught well. You got to remember that, man. Like, I'm not even monetized. I don't care. If it happens, it happens. And if it happens, that money will go to kids. I'm actually right now, I want to let you all know, I hope you guys all come out to support. I'm putting a lot of the content creators on the side. We're going to do a 1 day, maybe try to do like put everybody's shows back to back, or maybe just come on my show, and everything I can raise from a Cash App, I'll show the receipt. and I want to take down. We did a run in man, when was that? With the Rugged Cross, I went down with them guys in what the Salvation Army in Camden, New Jersey. I mean, it wasn't, I'm not saying that it wasn't like, I mean, it was cold out that day. A lot of guys didn't show up, but it didn't matter. The cause was the cause. We raised $5,000 or 5,000 toys that day. I forget how much the money was, but I mean, it's just the point. That's the mission I'm on. Bikers help kids, man. Bikers help kids. You guys got it messed up. I keep hearing, nobody's come on here yet to talk shit. I'm waiting. They all make their comments and say shit. Like I said, I'm not looking for it, but I'm here if it comes. And the thing about bikers, these guys know I can handle myself, but we support each other, man. That's what you do. Never leave a brother stranded. You go in together, you come out together. You don't do that, man. It's just like the military. No man left behind. I know that. And I respect that. And I'm telling you, man, I hope sooner or later these guys wake up. Because maybe it's going to take some bikers to regulate these communities again. Go to every neighborhood where there's a clubhouse. I bet you the crime rate in a 5-block vicinity is nothing. Believe that, man. The only reason why they're stereotypical is because bikers are free speech, man. They do what they want. They believe in their own rules. They respect everybody. They just don't conform to certain shit. And I think that's the greatest part about this country, man. What else can you do? Where's that picture at? That was great. Damn, man. Anyway. But yeah, if you guys keep, even the guys that jump the chat and do this and that, listen, remember one thing. The guys coming at a woman, imagine if that was your mother. Believe that. Stace, how you doing? Meet the Mets. Joe McDougal, you said it right, brother. Never forget where you come from. Some people do, bro. Yeah, bikers could regulate the shit everywhere they please. They get a bad name. Yeah, his channel's down. we're not talking about him over here. No, anything other than I just, this is my platform. No disrespect, but I've taken a lot of heat. And to be honest, some guys, they talk about who don't pull the weight and support. I'm still here by myself. Well, no, not by myself. You know what I mean. What do you say? Regulate the hell out of God pool cues. Listen, man. Exactly. Bikers. I got another channel, Official Independent Biker TV, man. I'm really going to start popping that. As soon as my best friend Kevin teaches me how to go, I don't know how to go from that channel to that channel. I tried to do it. I mean, I've learned. I've come pretty far. So if you're taught by your parents and you have that 2 people there, even if you got one there, if you got a stepfather, stepmother, some kids grow up with none. But there's always somebody in your life somewhere, whether you're in a group home or you're in a penitentiary, somebody's trying to teach you. And some people don't catch it, man. And when you grow up like that and you sit in front of a computer, first off, any dude sit in front of a computer all day talking about other men. I think BU, the guy from California, the Rolling 60s dude, he said, that's gay. Like, it's female traits, man. I know the women are going to get that mad at me, but you got to understand. I'm talking about, like, women, you are emotional. Like, you know what I mean? Men are supposed to be macho. I'm saying you guys are tougher than us. I give you that. But when it comes to emotion, well, no, that's what I'm saying. Some guys are emotional. I'm not offending any women. You say men are crazy and we're hard-headed. We don't listen. I agree with you. And I think women are stronger than men. Straight up. I'm going to get heat for that now. I see it coming. Yeah, Zio, they took him down. I don't know what happened, to be honest. Look, man, that's what happens. You say one thing, the wrong thing, no matter what content creator it is, and, you can have a problem, and they'll just take your shit down. That's why I don't run my mouth on here, you know? All these guys out here running their mouths on the other side, gosh, man, they get away with everything. They got get out of jail free cards. I don't know what happened to him. I'm sure he'll be back. You know that, guys. Where's he going to go? You know? He's got some kind of fight to prove or something. He's fighting with everybody. He don't take no shit, I guess, huh? I don't want that, man. I don't, I come from an old school. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Yeah, I saw that, MB. That shit was good. I don't know what's going on. If anybody knows what happened to him, I mean, it's in the, you can check it out. Or send him, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened to him. No clue. I'm here to do what I got to do. I mean, look, Uncle Zio, right? You're funny, man. You crack me up. If you got guys on here to run their mouth, whoever it is, doesn't matter. Even if it was me, you're going to get regulated, whether it's YouTube, somebody else making another video to check you. It's why these guys should be who they are when they come on here, My message is to help kids, man. I don't like the clown shit. How's all that going to make a difference? There's too many kids out there getting molested, being abused, ribs touching, parents are struggling. That's the focus. But see, we can't focus on that because the negativity sells. All the drama and the chaos. But that ain't right, man. Okay, listen, you don't have to mess with rats. You don't have to sit there and, bash them either. Don't go near them. Fuck them dudes, man. Any guy takes another man from his family is a sucker. And that's the truth. So what do you teach a kid when oh, look, just tell on your boy. Thank you, bro. Just tell on your boy. Tell on your boy. Get out of jail free card. Get out of jail free card. Get out of jail free card. Man, get the hell out of here. Grow up, people. Grow up. So I'm saying, man, like it's fun and games till somebody gets hurt, number one. And it's fun and games until these pillows, man, are just anyway, it's fun and games till somebody gets hurt. And then it's also, come on. Any guy that's got to sit in front of a camera and bash men all day and talk about women and talk about whatever they did in the street, I could sit there and talk for a 12-hour stream of my whole life. But if you've been in the streets, you respect the streets, and you don't talk about the streets. I don't say names and shit, man. And if I ever did, it was somebody dead or anything that's public record, something can never bite nobody in the ass. I don't even do that. There's no reason for that. Why talk about somebody's business, man? Mind your own business. That's the way I was raised. Mind your own business. Keep your mouth shut. Especially these kids, man. I grew up in a time where it was the adult room, the kids' room, You can't get out of it with grown folks' business. Got to get back to that. These kids are too and that's what's going on. These guys on the other side, they're a bunch of children. Children. John, how you doing? Carlos, the link's in the chat. Come on in. Carlos been through some shit, man. I'd like to get his take on a couple things on and life, man. I almost want nothing for them to sell negativity. Yeah, man. Negativity is what sells, man. That's it. It's easy to run your mouth, talk shit. But I'm telling you, I've never seen somebody run their mouth that's never been checked. I promise you. Sonny Money. Shout out to Sonny Money, man. I hope he's all right. Remember he was running his mouth? He came back on screen with a big black eye. You know somebody got him. Hey, Kev, somebody jacked him. They hit him with a nice one. That was probably it wasn't a hook because I seen the way the contusion was. That was definitely probably an overhand right. Or maybe a left because it was on his. Oh, wait. I don't know what eye it was on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hello? What's up? I'm busy right now. Where you at? Is this your number? I'll call you back. People, man, are crazy. Yeah, so write your mouth. Do what you want. There's a price to pay. Believe that shit. Thanks, Corey. I'm trying, man. I want to help these kids, man. That's all I want to do. I want to help the kids. But again, anybody, anytime. Because I hear, they said something about people don't let people in their chat. They said, man, anybody's welcome. I let Nikki Blake come in. He said what he said respectfully and left. See, it's over and done with. It's not we're not best friends or nothing. It's it. It is what it is. I got flagged, by the way, my episode last night. They flagged me, struck me because of the music. I didn't even know. I forgot. I did the intro with the loyalty, and they struck me. Yeah, but you won't see me really messing with a couple people, man. I just don't. I can't. My reputation is too strong, man. I can't. I gotta watch, man, myself. Everybody for that matter. Watch. Look, we're just meeting people on here, man. Please, everybody be careful who you talk to, who you stand for, who you vouch for, who you run with. This guy's your brother, this guy's your sister, this guy, that's my boy, that dude's a great dude. Be careful, man. We're all guilty of it because we want my heart. Look, when I tell you who I am, it's who I am. My Lordy is never questioned. I keep secrets. I'm not a dick rider. I'm not starstruck. I live my life. I fear no man but God. I don't say that cocky. I just be saying truth. It is what it is, but I don't run around like that. I know tomorrow I can walk out and get my ass whooped the same way. So I don't act that way. And people need to stop that shit, man. Let's see. Somebody's here to say hi. Yo, my brother.
Code, my brother, how you doing, bro?
Oh, look, I'm trying these headphones now, so it's kind of weird. That's crazy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right, cool. Yo, you know what I noticed when I played that video in the beginning? I had some kind of echo or something.
You'll get that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, look, I started this segment, right, with about parents. I don't know if you've seen the video and how they got to be respectful. But I let that play because you see the kids in there, man, and the message to the kids too. If anybody, maybe I don't think any kids are watching me, but if somebody's parent, I might be able to help a message. But the message was for these clowns on here and to show that, look, they say behind every good man is a good woman, or vice versa. But I say behind every good street guy was either a parent or somebody who filled in as a parent that taught you the right way. Because our generation was taught right. These kids today don't have that. And these clowns on here, or some are older than us, and they have no respect, no manners. So if you live your life like that and you keep running your mouth and talk that shit and act like you're this or that or whatever, go back and forth, sooner or later, man, somebody's going to be tired of hearing that shit. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's absolutely right. But see, there's a difference now. See, when we grew up, we didn't have social media. Social media is a big influence. You get kid before we would make up games and we'd go play in the street and we'd come home and we'd interact with our parents. They'd communicate with us. Now these days, kids come home, they go to the room,
iPad, video game,
computer on. There's no communication, and this is why you got these kids. They live off all this internet stuff, these video games, and they go out and they do stuff, shoot up schools. There was none of that in our time. You didn't have kids going to school shooting it all up, but they get into video games and they get into stuff. They don't communicate with kids. It's like me. I have an open dialect with my son and with my kids.
Look at this one, bro. This one's great. Look, freedom of speech. I'm sorry, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequence. I like that. Meet the Mets. I'm leaving that up there for a minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but you got to be able to talk to your kids to communicate. And it's the same thing like we touched on it yesterday. Back when we grew up, we had OGs who sat there and told us, hey, this is wrong. This is right. Y'all doing this wrong. That's not that no more. There's few of us like you helping kids, but most of it, there's none there to guide them in the way. So they can only go by what they're learning off music videos and the internet and TikTok and stuff like that.
That's why I wanted you on here too, because you don't have to touch on none of it, but you grew up in the Bronx, right?
Yes, sir.
You did time, right?
Yes, sir.
If you wanted to, you could talk for 3, 4, 5 a month about what you did in your life, right? You've seen
Yeah.
some of the baddest. You've been through some of the baddest. You ain't happy some of the shit you did. You got a lot of experience, but you're here now. But the one thing you always had in your life, right? And you've been, guys, you've been in the street. These guys who say, or they see, they see you and they crack a joke. They don't understand, like, a dude like you, or I guess you could say a dude like me, like, the disrespect is one thing, but if somebody's in your face or they're trying to poke you, it's different. But they have no clue like who you are. So the reason why they talk shit and they say shit is because they know there's no ramifications. But plus they weren't taught nothing, man. But that doesn't give them an excuse, because when you become a man, that's when it starts. That's when, when you're a kid, you got to show respect. You get away from little things. That's why they call juvenile to adult. Once you're 18, you're an adult. You become a man. You become accountable for your actions, man. In a court of law, the street became law enforcement. So it's different. You can just tell, like, that's the whole thing with rats. Remember that. With informants and all that, you guys spin it. Anybody spins it the way it is. You just knew that you wouldn't be held accountable for your actions. You couldn't handle that. Only men stand for their actions, right or wrong.
Exactly.
So if you're not a man, then you fold up and you sit down to pee and you take your friend from his family. So don't play this excuse about the streets don't love you. There's so much treachery. Oh, this guy was going to tell on me. This, that. No, man, you made the decision to say, you know what, fuck this, man. I know I did that shit, but I got to get out of this because, I can't be held accountable for this. Fuck that shit. That's all it is. Would you agree?
Yeah. See what happens? What they do is they themselves flip the narrative. It's clear, and everybody that knows this, that's been from the streets. Streets don't love nobody. The code doesn't necessarily come from the streets. The code is what's inside you. It's ingrained in you. It's how you see things. So as long as you know what's right or wrong, you understand and you live by that, and it doesn't change. It's like we conversated yesterday. I'm 20 something years far removed from the street, but
Yeah, me too.
it's still in me. It had nothing to do with the streets because I left the streets that it stopped. No, it's how you see. But everybody's different. It's something that's in you. It goes along with your principles. It does not change. I don't care if you work 20, 30 years. There's some people that are just not going to allow certain things to go on.
Like, let me put it this way. In my world, these guys, these bikers that showed up for me, in my world, this is how it works. I'm a youth coach, right? I'm an ex-street guy. But the way they come stand for me, if I'm with them and something pops, I understand there's a consequence that some shit could happen. Like, it doesn't mean that I say, oh, I can't believe it, I'm here, shit. What do I do? No. You rock out, you do what you got to do, and if shit happens, it happens, man. You still don't tell. Even if it means that you get taken from your family or you can't coach a kid, like that might sound ludicrous to some people, but a lot of us, you understand that, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what's in my heart. And people can agree or not, but that's how I am. Now, look, I don't never really try to put myself in a situation, but look, when you don't forget where you come from, and especially, look, I hate to say because the bikers are always out there, man. That's the one thing about a biker. Say what you want. Always on a bike somewhere. So when you're around guys and you go to events, anything can happen at any given time, man. So you got to be prepared to know that. But if something happens, you just tell on somebody to get home to your kids or this and that? No, man, you got to do what you got to do. You got to just stand up like a man. And if, you're not ready for that and you can't handle that, and you can't face your responsibilities, then don't put yourself around that. If you don't have that in your heart to deal with what's going to come with it, don't engage, man. Just back up, show your support from afar. But when people show up for you, especially on the word of your boy, like, that's something I understand that. And, I'm just the kind of dude that gives it right back, man. And that's the truth, So I think a lot of people, you're far removed. You're not in the street. You're not going to jeopardize nothing. But if God forbid something happens, you still believe in the code, man. And that's what I respect, Yep,
But
it's
it's
all
like,
excuses, Joe. Joe knows, man.
of course, but it's
Joe
like,
Carlos been putting me on to you, man. Shout out to you and your family, bro. I like this old name. I don't want to say it, but that was great.
that right there is a solid man right there. But it's like with the
Yeah,
kid.
look, I've had this. I just want to show her Nitro. I've been meaning it. I tried to show yesterday. Look, see this right here? This Al Capone tattoo. I'm 49. Man, this is probably, oh man, 90. This tattoo's probably almost, I don't know, I forget, 20-something years old. But see the Death Before Dishonor? I've had that tattoo. Death Before Dishonor and Al Capone. Man, been there a long time. Like, I've always believed in that, man. That's just, I believe in that shit. And to be honest, like, every tattoo, though, let me say something. Every tattoo means something different to everybody, man. And it is what it is. But for me, it's just, I just get tired of hearing these dudes, man. And to be honest, when I hear them talking to Angel Gotti, I'm like, what makes these dudes think that's okay? And I realize the daddy probably wasn't in their life. Their mommy probably wasn't in their life. They weren't taught right. They're just a bunch of spoiled little brats, whining little babies, or never had nothing and still acting like, I don't like it, man. I don't like when I see people down there. Yeah, his channel's down. I don't know why. They took his channel. You know anything about that?
My guess, I don't like to throw out aspersions, but who was it the last time? The homeless guy lives in his car. He bragged about hitting him 200 times, striking him 200 times in a day. And his last video was exactly going at the homeless guy in the car. So I wouldn't doubt if he didn't sit inside his car
and turn his fan on. Yeah, that's crazy.
Sent out another 200 strikes to get his channel pulled down, because that's what that bum does.
200 strikes?
Yeah, he bragged about it. He said, I struck his channel 200 times. He admitted it himself on video. So that's the thing. That's the era we're in now. They platform these government cooperating witness. They dry snitch out in the open, and then they get on camera and they brag about what they do. It is what it is. But getting back to you talk to these kids. We were all kids at that age. It has to be the message has to be pounded into them for it to take effect. This is why you got to keep doing what you're doing, because not just one time. It has to be done repetitively. And some will grab it and some won't, because we were kids at that age, and sometimes we were like, man, I'm not listening to that. But a lot of times when you got somebody that constantly puts it in your head, it takes. Look at me. I went in as a 20-year-old kid into a federal system, and I'm there with some serious men. And one particular took me under the window and under the wing, and we would sit and we would conversate, and he would tell me the same thing over and over again.
And Carlos, right or wrong, if you said that name, a lot of dudes would be shocked, right?
Yeah, but see, that's what we get too much.
I know that. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying, because guys underestimate. I was taught to never underestimate nobody. That's what I meant by that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, when you got a guy of the caliber that takes me under the wing, he took me under the wing for a reason. He seen something in me. He seen something in a 20-year-old kid that was tough, because I was live. I've always been the same person. I was outspoken, but he understood, here's a good guy. Here's a young kid. He lives by his own code. And if he keeps going, he's going to stay in here. So his idea, his message to me was real simple. In my lifestyle, I came to this standing up. I'm going to leave this lifestyle laying down. But you're young. You're different. The times are changing and they're going to get worse. He says, go home, make babies, leave this stuff alone, leave the streets alone. The streets are garbage. The lifestyle's garbage. And I took that advice. But it took 2 years of him pounding that message in me for me to grab it and say, you know what? Here's this man that I respect, that's respected by many. And he's taking me and he's trying to give me a piece of advice. I got to respect him so much so that I'm going to listen to him, because I seen it. You see the guys coming in. You're reading the PSI, the pre-sentencing investigation reports. You've seen how guys are turning on each other, how guys are ratting on their mother, their brother, people, anything. So I knew it was changing, and it was not going to get any better. So I chose to change my life around.
See this guy right here
with kids.
See this guy right here?
Yeah.
That's my boy Nut. That's one of my best friends. He's about 52, just beat colon cancer. Kevin knows who he is. Kevin knows him. This dude went in at 16 years old for a homicide in a state penitentiary that, you know, I just don't want to talk too much, but, you know, it kind of wasn't his case. You know what I'm saying? He was defending, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it's not my business. What I'm saying is this dude went in at 16, blonde hair, blue eyes, but had heart, never told, never ratted on the other kid. Went in there and took that at 16. These are the dudes I come up with my whole life. Like, we don't do all that other shit, man. This
Respect
dude
to
right
him.
here, this dude, like, you don't understand the love we got. There ain't nothing. I'm there for him. He's there for me. But I'm saying at 16, he understood that them actions, you know, require consequences. And these guys don't understand that, man. But it's like, what can we do? Like, because to help these kids and coach these kids, like, what I'm saying is, like, yeah, I could do as much as I want, but I can't help it if their mom, if their dad's is a punk, if their mom, you know, like, if they're on that crazy and shit and telling shit. You know, I try to be. There's a lot of kids, man. You know what I see? A lot of kids, like where I'm at, coaching, that have there's usually only one parent or no parents, man. You know how many kids I've coached?
That's a key, and that's I want to give a big respect and a big shout out to the mom. Single mothers have to do a job, because sometimes these fathers, whether they're inside or they choose to leave, they're not there. This is and the women do a good job, but only a man can show another kid how to become a man. It's just a reality. It is what it is. It's a fact. It is.
Yeah. Because, you know, if a young boy's growing up and his father's in his life, or whoever is in that role, and you say to him, man, or even if he's raised by his mom, you know, some women back in the day were tough, and, you know, some dudes, but the majority of it is a man to tell you, man, like, to school you, to teach you, like, what to say, what to do, what not to say. Like, if I ever heard my son disrespect somebody, that's his ass. He knows that.
Exactly.
So everybody, this is how reflection. When somebody says your kids are very respectful, you did a good job, that's a reflection on the parent or whoever's in his life. And when all these people these guys, these content creators and these clowns are talking about people's mothers and whatever you want to call it, man, are trying to be something that they're not, there is no ramifications, but I really think that there is, man. Like, we can keep checking them. We don't have to say names. Let them know. Like, I look in the camera. I put the thing in the thing, right? Whatever, right up in the link. Anybody can come up here anytime. I think all these content creators, they run their mouth about women and talk shit about people's dead families. And listen, I know there's some people did shit on both sides, but right now what's going on is a lot of disrespect to women. And I think all you guys doing it are a bunch of clowns. I think that you can't ever consider whatever you thought you did in the street, even if you didn't tell, talking to a woman like that, man, come on. Who would have somebody talk to your mother like that, your sister like that, your daughter like that, your aunt like that, your grandmother? All you guys, man, that run that shit and go after that, that's not me, because I wasn't taught that, you know?
This is my take on that, and this is my thing. You have some that this is what they do, but if you conversate with those same people that do that type of thing, and you act like everything is all good, and you use the excuse, well, I don't personally feel that way, you know, that's on him. That's bogus. It's bogus, because you're entertaining it no matter how you look at it. You stand there, you go on a chat with a guy that does that all the time, that uses racist lingo and does stuff like that. Just because he didn't say it to you doesn't, you're just as accountable. Bring it to that person's attention and say, hey, listen, man, that style, that lingo, that's not working. And if that doesn't work, distance yourself. But you can't sit there and hang out with a person and say what's up and act like everything's all good when that person is doing that particular stuff. It's wrong. And I watch it happen all the time. We know for a fact about the little fake racist Italian. He talks like this all the time. It's derogatory terms at every nationality. And these guys go to his chats. They let him come into theirs and they conversate with him like it's nothing. You know, you
Listen,
okay that.
yeah.
You're giving him a reason why to be just who he is, whether it's for clout or whatever. You know, because most of the time, most of that stuff is for clout. They want to promote their channel's doing bad, so you go and you do stuff like that. But if you sit in a chat with a guy that talks like that, you're okay in it.
Matter of fact,
there's no going around it. There's no going around it. It is what it is.
I owe an apology to somebody, man. Rap Trap City, if you want to come on, drop the link. I owe an apology to you, bro. If you want to come on, I'll tell you. If you don't, I'll tell you through here, however you want to get it. I mean, I'm not going to say names, but I'll tell you what it's about. I owe an apology, bro. You know, it wasn't that big, dude. You're not, you know, we didn't have a problem. We didn't have a problem. I just, you know, the other night, you know, I don't know if you want to come on or not. You know, we'll see if you want to or not. But I would like to it's not nothing big. It ain't no, oh my God, I would apologize. But, you know, the other night on the show, he was on there, somebody else was on there. And it's just like, you know, I asked him to be respectful, and he did. And if I would have known what I seen yesterday was going to pop off or what I heard, I don't want to say the guy's name.
Rat Trap City is a man. He's a good guy. And even there, even in your channel, he was being respectful. It's what he is.
He was on my show.
I know. I seen what happened. But he's respectful, and you can sit there and have an articulate conversation with that man. You know, but he's gonna voice his opinion, and he's gonna come across good. He's gonna voice his opinion, you know. Shout out to Bay.
I just showed his picture. He don't watch this shit. Look, that's what brothers do. You dig me? Like it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me 1 second. Go ahead, you got it.
He's a good guy. I got a lot of respect for Rat Trap City. I like how he can articulate an argument and get his point across. And he got the best avatar when he goes on a live that's in YouTube. His avatar just rocks. Let me get some shout outs. Matty Marinara, Italy 111. Andu and Vito. We push back. Tales from the Snitch. Uncle Zeal, Joe Delamora. Doodle Brown's in town. Mimo. Nitro Muscle. Nitro Owens.
I know, but I respect you, bro. You showed me a lot of respect. You got to come on one night, man. Anytime you want. Who else is up here? I'm missing chats, Carlos. You got them.
Yeah, Stacy, Bobby Style. I gave a shout out. They know they did. They understand.
I got some good news to you too, man. My dad might be coming home tomorrow, the next day. Still a lot of care and all that, but the fact that the medicine's working and, you know,
that's awesome. That's awesome, my brother. You see, that's good. Good stuff.
But he wanted to go in the home. He was like, I want to go in the home. I said, what? Home? It's too much. Listen.
That's a fatherly figure trying to still, to this day and age, protect his kids. And he feels he's a burden on you. And we talked about this, and I'm glad you don't do that. You know, far too many times. I understand certain people get a stage in their life where they can't take care of their parents. But, you know, at the end of the day, try your best until you can't anymore, because, you know, even on their last days, it helps. You want to leave this world when you're around family.
Who is somebody in here disrespecting women? Joe said Sergeant. You do this chat better than me, but he said Sergeant. Oh
yeah, I know exactly who he's talking about. Sergeant Snuff Whacker or something. He's a clown. He's a clown. Sergeant Snuff Wanker. Yeah, he's a troll clown.
No, I want to say to all the chat, man. Thank you for your prayers for my father. You know, I really appreciate it, man. It's definitely good news, and you know, I know how he feels, man. He's a man at 80 years old, what he's going through. He still has his mind. Everything else don't work but his mind, so he doesn't want to.
I might have been wrong. I want to apologize to Sergeant Stuff Wanker. I can do that. Yeah, we'll see. No? Sergeant Stuff Wanker. I just called him a clown. I apologize. Like I said, I just got on, so I'm not so far into the chat. But we got mods here that'll straighten out anything that needs to be done.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, boy.
But don't pay. See, there we go again. Paying attention to the chat.
All right, so I'm getting off it. I'm off it. But no, so like when you grew up in the Bronx, man, and you're around like the OGs or whatever you want to call them, old heads, whatever, like wasn't the message always the same, man? Like, of course we grew up with the no snitching and all that, but like if you walked to the corner store and you seen a woman and you jumped in front of her or you said, bitch, what you looking at? Like, I mean,
No, you would get handled there on the spot. So the thing, that's the difference between then and now. When we grew up, our community was together. So even if it wasn't your child and you decided to say something to an adult, another adult that was around there would have grabbed you real quick, would have walked you to your parents. They would have said, hey, he's over here saying this, or they would personally put their foot in your butt, and your parents would have said, good for you. That's what you get. You don't disrespect. We don't have that anymore. That discipline. Remember, we're in the timeout era. Timeout in my time was you trying to catch your breath in between getting your butt whooped. We don't got that now. Now they tell these kids, don't worry, call DCF if you get hit. You got kids telling parents, don't hit me. It was about 3 years ago. I went to the Walmart. My son misbehaved, and I put my hand. I hit him on his butt 2 times. I had a lady walk on her husband pushing the car. She stopped and she went to say something. And I don't disrespect women, but when it comes to me being a parent, you're not gonna tell me how I raise my kids.
Mind your business.
So I told her, I was like, don't you say what you're about to say. This does not concern you. I said, what's gonna happen with that is that you're gonna get your husband in trouble because he's got no other choice but to defend you. Mind your business, keep it moving. This is my child. You worry about yours. But that's where we're at. The society has changed, you know.
Man, that's crazy. That's really crazy. You know, what a lot of these people don't understand is like, you know, you tap a kid on his ass and, you know, thank God my son, I mean, I went through that when I was a kid. My dad didn't play games, but I think I only really had to really get in his face once and show him I was serious. Now, my daughter, when she was a kid, because she boxed, man, she'd walk up and get in my face, and she wasn't scared of nothing, bro. I mean, there was times I had to grab her by her shoulders on her and put her on the ground and stop, like, and still, you know what I mean? Like, but a lot of that's from the situation when 2 parents ain't there and has an effect on kids, man. So when a man's there, I think he can definitely regulate that. My daughter's doing great, man. You know, she's got her kids. She's, you know, works. Or he works. They got a house. Like, so for me, it's like, you know, if the man's in the life.
It's like both my girls are being raised by their mother. One's 15, the other's 4. My daughter is head cheerleader. She's honor roll, and she's grew up to be she's a good young lady and grew up to be a woman. But she's being raised by her mother, so she's giving her that. That's why I wanted my son to come live here. I wanted to give him what I got, so he can get it from a man and learn how to be a man and not see what it is. There's betas and there's alphas, and I don't care how people want to see this. It's a reality. Same way there's men and there are males. There are inmates that's convicts. There is the separation. There is that. So I wanted to raise him to be that. At the end of the day, our children have to be better than who we were or who we are. You know, that's why I'm doing everything I can with my boy. And I explained that to his mother. I said, I know you miss him and stuff like that. I was like, but he needs to be raised by a man. He needs to understand there's certain things you can teach him and certain things you can't. I was like, he has to get that aspect from me. We have to break the cycle. I was like, we got too much sensitivity. That's what it is. You got all these sensitive males out here. This is why you got these guys making these videos. That's why you got these guys going at women, because they're sensitive males. The ego is there. They feel comfortable in the act of going at a woman. They come from a period where nobody did that. You had strangers who will whoop you if you was to talk to the women or say the things that these guys say these days.
When I say if her father was alive, Angel Gotti's father was alive, I don't mean it just for John Gotti. Anybody who's a street guy or ex-street guy knows that. I mean about when he was around, you wouldn't have to worry about him. The old heads, his people, her uncles, them guys, man, would smack dudes right in their mouth, and respectfully so. Why is it that if you smack somebody in the mouth for disrespecting a woman, that's violent crime? That's this. Go to the law. No, like the whole object of the smack is not to knock somebody out. It's to wake somebody up. Like, what the hell are you doing? An open hand smack once in a while, nothing wrong with that. I believe that. I've had it. I was out of line when I was a kid Why I never told or ran to my parents. You know, when you grow up, especially, dude, let me tell you something. In the biker community, I don't care who you are, and anybody who's been around and can attest to it, bro. It's demanded, bro. Listen. There was a time, I won't say where, my uncle just came home, and he was a big figure. So he was at a bar, I won't say which one. I was only like 18, 19, man. And I was so excited. So I ran up there to see him. And I see him in the bar. So you know, like you see somebody cross the bar, and you're like trying to run up and sneak up on him, right? He didn't sneak me. So I was sneaking, but I didn't peep there was a dude on the other side. As soon as I walked up, man, I didn't even get fucking 5 feet in front of him. I was put up against the wall like this with a switchblade to my throat. Mm-hmm. And he's turning around laughing. You know, like, he's like, hold up. And then he's like, still waiting, like not letting them take it off my neck. And I understood that. And then it wasn't about him being my uncle. It wasn't about him getting me off the hook. It was about respect, man. It was about you never ever, especially in the MC world, like you can't just run up on somebody. I learned at a young age, man, you know, and like I said, I never did the club shit. I've been around my whole life, but respect is demand. And that's why I've always, look, my cousin worked for the guys in South Philly. His brother was a 1%er. I always like the bikers more because you know where you stand. That's my own opinion. And where they stand sometimes might be a slap in your face. I mean, what else do you do, man? Just let people keep talking and talking. You ignore it. But then when it's somebody's mother or daughter or granddaughter, like back in the day, these guys would be smacked up and down the street and nobody would call the cops. You know what I'm saying? But
everything is changed, and there's no more respect. That's a major factor in everything. You see it here daily. You know, you see it here daily. It's become the norm. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with social media. It's like right now, I'm doing stuff. This is why I have an avatar. But you get people that feel comfortable to sit behind a keyboard and a screen and say whatever they want out their mouth.
I just learned how to do it.
There you go. It's no consequences. You know, so when you have no consequences, you're more likely to say and do certain things. I was telling people about my uncle. I remember one time I was about 9, and I was mad at my grandmother for something, and I mumbled under my breath, "I hate that lady." I didn't see my uncle standing behind me. He grabbed me, put me against the wall. He took out an old school 007 knife and he rested it on my ear. And he whispered in my ear quietly. He says, "If I ever hear you talk to my mother that way," he says, I'll take it off. I never said anything under my breath to my grandmother or my mother like that again. But it was just understood. You know, you don't have that no more. These guys are comfortable. These kids are comfortable this generation. And again, I know people, a lot of it is social media. I blame social media. That's why I don't let my son get no TikTok. I don't let him do certain things because they see it and it's repetitive and they think that's the norm, and that's not the case. Social media has a lot to do with it, and basic conversation. You have to talk to kids. You got to put that message repeated over and over and over and
this over. This is what I tell the kids every time I see them. Number one, obviously, respect. Obviously, really the first thing is don't ever let nobody touch you. Your body's yours. Somebody ever touches you, tell Coach Mike, tell your parents. It's not your fault. It's the first thing. The second thing is don't run your mouth. Don't talk tough. Don't be jealous. You know, don't be envious. And don't ever in your life, you know, disrespect somebody who's an elder or like, especially these older people, man. Like, you see some of these kids, the way that they talk, and it's ridiculous, man. Like, I just don't get it. Why would they? It's because they're not taught right. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that's one thing. When you have grown men on here every day attacking women, coming at their families and their dead husband, and they're talking about their kids and pornographic pictures that you know damn well they would never do if their father was there. It's not about the last name. These guys, but when they're older doing that, So what if they say, all right, so this, I'll do this. All the guys who claim they were never called the cops, they hate rats, right? So when you run your mouth about a woman and say if you were running a dude like me or Carlos and we smack you in your mouth, are you going to call the cops?
Absolutely.
Like, honestly. So don't sit here and act like, you hate rats, because I don't want to hear that shit either. Because I'll be honest, man, if I was standing next to Angel and we ran into a dude, or even if I wasn't with Angel, and if I seen a guy that was running his mouth, I would tell him, talk to me like that. Tell me that. And that's not me talking tough. Who knows? Maybe one of them can beat me. But I still would stand my ground and stand up for that woman every time.
Absolutely
That's what
right.
you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that, bro.
You're absolutely
That's why
right.
we kick it, Carlos, because the kids, though, I just hope people can understand that for me, the thing with the kids is more so about I just want to help them, man. I just want to help them. I really want to help kids learn and see that you can, be confident. No need to be cocky, and respect everybody, man. It's obviously the pedophile shit, but, it's just if you teach them at a young age, and if you're the coach, hey, maybe I am the guy that's there to try to put the positive. But I remember one kid that came, I won't say his name. He's about 13. Sal. Oh, he's in there playing this shit. What was that kid's name? Anyway, little dude, man. Little black dude that, played in our league and all that. And he was up here he's from New York. Them kids that, they fight and they cry. Them kids that just have so much pain. Like, they would never came watch him in the games. Every time somebody looked at him wrong, he had started a fight. It's a true story, too. I tried to teach him how to box. He did box in New York, didn't stop, but he was a bad kid, always getting in trouble, fighting every day. When I was coaching him, I was starting to make headway. And all of a sudden, one day, he's gone. He was living with his uncle. His uncle couldn't take him and just threw him away to somebody else. Yeah. The kid's bounced around in like 10 homes already, man. He's probably like 6. I bet he's probably in juvie or he's locked up right now. He's probably about 16 right now, 15, 16. Little dude too, man, heart like a lion.
And it's a shame because that kind of situation, that kid, he's gonna grow with anger. He's gonna feel a certain type of way. He's gonna feel like he's unwanted. He's never been loved, and he's gonna lash out. And how do they lash out? They go to the streets. They become those same violent kids, and that violence just it carries over to acts against women and stuff like that. The only thing you can do is try to keep reinforcing that message like you're doing with the kids over and over, because some are going to grab it, and at the end of the day, some aren't, and it is what it is. But even if you can affect a few, that makes a difference. I said this, and I said it over and over and again. There's no OGs to guide them anymore. These kids are not being guided by adults that are passing that on to them.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. And this shout out is to, his name's Muhammad. Maybe one day you'll see this. I don't know. Maybe you won't. But this message is for you, youngin'. You remember how I was there for you. You remember that I tried to help you. I can't help what your uncle did. But that message still goes the same, man. I'm here. If you ever see this, you need anything. I don't know where you're at. Muhammad, Coach Mike, you know what I'm saying? If you ever see this, get with me, man. I'm not hard to define. You remember where I live at. You need anything, man. I guess he might be in a different situation right now, but to me, I like doing that. I don't do it for any recognition. I do it because if I can touch one, like I was making headway with this kid, man. And I'm just saying, like, if I have facilities and resources, which look, my son's 15 now, it's time to go hard to get people to come together and do something. We have to save these kids because this is why it's imperative. It's not about us. It's about them and it's about your kids and my kids and grandkids, the next generation. Why do we have to worry every time they go out, they get shot in their head?
Yep.
There's a lot of innocent people dying in the street. Now, the people who were in that life, and if it's, wartime shit happens. I mean, we saw that thing in Puerto Rico, bro. How was that? These people over here never seen nothing like that, right?
No, it's the violence level. The violence level is going to be there, and it's been heightened, and it's been heightened.
Yeah, man.
They're playing by
Because it's,
different rules now, and it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. But that again, that comes with that aspect of being out there in the street, and everything comes back karma. That one particular video, those guys, one of them actually killed somebody. So
yeah.
the retaliation was they came back to get him, and he happened to be there with four of his friends, and they all got the same thing. And those are actions and reactions from
That was a
consequences of being
massacre,
in the
bro.
of consequences of being in the street. But
I,
at the end of the
I
day,
yeah.
those same kids understood what was going on. They knew what's the end result, but they chose to stay in it. And you can't reach everybody, But at the end of the day, karma never forgets an address. So it is what it is. If you're out there in the street and you're doing that kind of stuff, you already know what's going to happen. Death is around the corner, and so is prison. Now, if you can accept that and that's what you want to do, that's my whole thing is take responsibility for what you do. That's just it goes across with everything, real simple, and that's always been my message. I was taught that whether it's right or wrong, whatever you do in life, same thing like apologizing. You got some that they know they're in the wrong, and it kills them inside. They won't apologize. It won't come out. It's easier to blame others and say, "Oh, it was because of this or it was because of that." No, real simple. You were wrong. Think about it. Own up to your stuff and apologize. And the fact that you can't apologize shows a lot on what you were liable to do, so that you don't seem wrong in your own head and take responsibility.
But yet they want the guy who's, I don't want to say his name because he don't want the attention, but yet they want that guy to apologize. You know what I'm saying? That's how they work, bro. It's either agree with them or not. It's almost like this woke liberal crazy. Look, I don't like crazies on either side. I don't like rhinos, and I don't like far left loony liberals that say defund police, and now you got women that can't go to the corner store with their kid. Their kids can't play outside because the homicide rates up. Look, bro, they make money off the prisons. Then what happens? The mental illness. They close down the institutions, and they just big pharma comes in with the drugs. That's the answer for everything. Like, we all as a society have to build strong kids so they don't fall victim to that. To realize that the streets are serious. Stay away from it, man. Anybody comes on here and tells these stories about these half-ass gangsters or these guys, and you're sitting there saying in one breath, whatever you want to call it, rest in peace, all the guys who died in the life, all the guys doing time. But when they talk about all these other guys that told and this and that, your street credit's canceled out. But they glorify it. Even the guys that snitch, they glorify all that street shit. They say they don't, but they do. It's all you talk about. Like, what's good about it? Why don't you talk about the families it affects, the pain? But no, it's just they do that. Then they talk to women like that. And, man, I think they're all a bunch of clowns. I wish one of them would jump on here, because that'd be really nice, just to debate respectfully. Don't disrespect nobody in my chat. Chat can do whatever they want. That's the code, chat. You know what I'm saying? So, look, Carlos, it sums it up like this, man. You're going to do whatever the hell you're going to do in life, right? You're going to do it right or wrong. The option is yours. God's given us free will, right?
Yep.
That's why I got this tattoo. Look, God's will. My cousin that died, he did that. He had a tattoo shop, man. Like, look, I tell you what, true story. He worked for a guy in South Philly. I said his name before. I don't want to say it again now just because no need to. But the guy he worked for is doing life. The guy was very powerful one time. Italian dude. So when I met him, I'm not a starstruck dude, but I'll tell you, the guy was so serious. He was a boss at one time in Philly. But when I met him, I was like, bro, I didn't interact with him. He just looked at me, gave me a little. So, you're his he just looked and didn't shake my hand, and didn't even nodded his head to me, didn't shake my hand, didn't even talk to me. That was old school. The nod to the head, that was respect enough. He didn't have to do that, right?
Exactly.
And my cousin was like, because my cousin knew, I didn't go in there trying, introduce me. I was young, bro. I wasn't like, I was like, introduce me. My cousin used to take me under his wing, man. Every bar that he bounced, he would get me in, and rest in peace, Tony. But he was a strong dude and a hell of a fighter, and he was, he did a lot of protection shit, collection shit, and he man, just to meet that guy it was cool. And I'll tell you the name when we're talking on the phone, but
Yeah.
when I met him, I didn't get starstruck. I didn't run up to try to shake his hand. I understood the nod was he was giving me respect because of my cousin, but he wasn't going to just come up and shake my hand and be cool. So, like, for all these simps to think, like, just because you talk to Angel, like, I'm going to meet her family, nobody cares about that. And for all you guys that keep talking shit, maybe you'll meet a family member one day. I don't know. Somebody's sister. Carlos, how do you think it stops, man? When do they stop? Maddie, you want to jump on in? Maddie's the best, dude.
Some won't stop. It'll stop when you get certain people that are close to you that
Maddie's probably still eating that pizza from last night.
They keep their distance. They keep their distance. Because if let's say this is who you are, you're this type of person and you do all of that, and you get all these guys, they still hang out with you, still come over there and chill with you, and they're not like that. They say to themselves, oh man, this guy doesn't do none of that stuff, but he still finds me cool, so maybe this is the thing to do. And a lot of this stuff that goes on here now, it's about clout, is to get that response, Do
you think these guys, I mean, I already said it, but do you think a lot of these guys would talk this shit? Like,
no,
I said it yesterday.
No, they won't. They won't. It's easy. It's easy to be. See, what we've learned, and this is a fact. You can be anything you want to be on YouTube. You could create your own story. You could create your own narrative. You could make stories up, and you could come and you could become a good actor, and people will buy it. Well, people will buy it. But if, like I always say, this is why a lot of times I'll have a conversation. I'll take the avatar off. You can actually, if you know what you're looking for, you can look at somebody and know what they're about and what they're not. But you get some that don't. And I learned a long time ago. If you got to sit up here and tell everybody what you about, all the stuff you've done and how much stuff you've had and who you smack and who you do, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing a damn thing.
I got to say, what's our brother Nelson doing, man? How come he's not popping on? Is he busy right now?
Nelson's been in the chat. He's been in the chat for a while, but see, Nelson is the quarterback of our team, so he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes as far as the computer, getting shows ready.
As one dude, listen, I just met the dude, getting to know the dude, but when it comes to this computer shit, I would not want to with that dude, man. That guy finds out anything, man. Shout out to him. He's a good dude. And you know what the good thing about him is he's not one of them drama queens, man. He stays in the cut. I wish I could, I strive to be like that dude, man, because, he's a thinker. My dad always told me the smartest dude in the room is the one that's not talking. Right? So it shows how smart I am. But yeah, shout out to Nelson, man. He's a great dude. Really, like, you don't see dudes like that, man.
Nelson, my brother, is a stand-up man. Nelson has been.
I said, Nelson, I'm looking for a Harley, man. I said, you know where Harley is out there? He's like, yeah, he found me this Harley, a fat boy, 2 seconds. I was like, damn, how'd you find that deal? Like, you know what I mean? He's crazy. He's a good dude, man. Really good dude.
So you get guys that come on this bad boy and they say, well, I'm from the street. I'm from here. I'm from there. There's really some. They're all from the street that they've done that. See, Nelson was in the street since he was a teen. He's been around some of the biggest people. He's done some of the worst stuff, but he changed his life and he's legit. But he can look back on that stuff and say, you know what? I'm good. Let me. I don't have to come on here and tell 111 stories about how badass I was because for what? We keep that to yourself, and that's what it is. He's the cooler out of the three of us. Me and Lou run hot. He's the one that takes a lot to get him to get to that point, And I'm glad he's my brother because he'll call me and be like, hey, calm down. This is what you got. This is what's going on. And I'll say, you know what? You're absolutely right. And boom, I'm good again.
Man, if you stop and think, right, back in time to here now, and you look at all the guys that were in the street, I don't care what they were, which way they decided to go, whether it was a bandana, fedora, or a vest. It really doesn't matter, right? The thing that matters is respect is not like everybody equates respect and all that is like, oh, it's a street thing, and not telling is a criminal thing. No, it's not. What did your mother tell you when you're a kid or whoever's in your life? Don't rat on your friends. Stop snitching. Don't tell your brother and sister. Don't be a tattletale. Don't be a snitch. It started in the family. Had nothing to do with that. It just carried on because those principles that we adopt in the house from the family.
It has to become a part of you, and it doesn't change. It's real simple. Like you always say, oh, the streets don't love the streets don't love anybody. That's understood. It's always been that way. There are always consequences for it. There's this disloyalty, there's treachery. All that is in the streets, you know. But at the end of the day, it's the principles that you adhere to inside. It's your own personal code. Honor, respect, loyalty, integrity. Those are not just words. They're a lifestyle. They're a culture. They are part of some, and it's a shame they're not a part of many.
Man, you know, when you got dudes on here, I'm just glad that when I first started this shit, I met a lot of clowns. I didn't know, just getting into it. I just know it didn't matter what they did or who they were. I know who I am and what I stand for, and I'm still the same dude. I guess I talk a lot, you know what I mean, Carlos? I don't let you finish the sentence, but look, man, we're hyper dudes. That's why I respect you. Your energy is my energy.
Exactly.
The message is still the same, you know, still the same from the streets. It started in the house, though. I mean, I hope everybody in the chat can agree.
It does.
Faith,
it does, and it has to continue from that. You see, and that's why. See, me growing up, we all lived in the same block. My whole entire family, all my cousins, we lived in one entire block. So we were all accountable for everything we did because we had eyes on us. And my uncles didn't play around. They'd whoop us right there in the street. Like I said, we didn't come out from the timeout area. You'd get handled right then and there. So you grew up with that, you know, you understood that. And they told me, being old school, they used to say, listen, at the end of the day, you have to be able to take responsibility for your own actions. You did this. We're not going to give you no sympathy, but if you're going to do something, do it to the fullest and don't blame anybody. Take yours. And it was ingrained in all of us. And I have cousins that went through the whole system. They never turned on anybody because they understood. We grew up and understood this is what we're doing. And there's reactions and consequences, and you gotta eat that. You gotta take that. But now that's not here. Now it's so easy. Now, like, look, the victim mentality. The victim mentality runs wild. Now it's so much easier to just point your finger and say, "Oh, I did this because of that, or this happened because of that, or is this person's fault? Is that person's fault?" No, own yours. Real simple. Own yours. Stop blaming everybody else, and get off the victim mentality so that everybody can feel sorry for you. And you see far too many. You know, it's easier to go at somebody else than look inside yourself.
Well, I highlighted this for a reason because I feel that you know, the streets, you know, are what it says. The streets are what you call live in hell, get out. Hey, I look at it this way. I believe that. Like I steer kids away from that. But the thing I won't say, and I'll never say, is if you're a guy that's in that life and you choose to do that and you're still doing it and that's your path and that's what you're doing, then, you know, I don't really think that, you know, because what I'm saying is to respect all the guys still doing it. You know, I don't feel like it's necessary that message to get out is for them guys as opposed to it is because some guys can't get out. Like no matter what they try, they can't. And if you do get out, you know, some guys have problems, man. You know, I know how it works in the biker community. I won't say that because that's not my business. Like you don't just leave a club like that. And there's a lot. Look, that's why clubs have bylaws. You know, they have rules. Look, you got to, you know, you don't break this shit for nothing. Some guys do, some whatever. But it's the same thing here.
The streets aren't for everyone. That's why there are sidewalks.
There you go. That was great. That was great the way you put that, bro. I mean, I don't I'm just saying, for me to stand up and talk to a bunch of gangbangers, right? And tell them, yo, get out of the street, get out of the street. Kids ain't gonna listen to that. What I would tell them is this: you can keep playing this role, do what you got to do. You're either gonna be, what comes with it. Just when it does come to your death or jail, don't cry and run and take another man from his family. Or if you want to get out and you're tired of it, I mean, maybe there is a way you can expedite something respectfully, man. I mean, sometimes the gangs, the way you come in, that's the way you go out. Beat down in, beat down out. Some other people do different shit. Everybody has a different way to handle it. But, the kids is just, for me, it's preventative, man. I'm so worried about stopping these kids from even thinking entertaining it. Because once they go there, you're not going to be able to change a kid's mind, man. You can't tell kids to not do something, man. They don't like Cuzzo, man.
The message has to be repeated. It's not going to take one time. You can go back to the old school. Go watch the old video of Scared Straight. All these kids went there one time to Rahway, was scared to death, but that was it. A majority of them all went on to continue doing bad stuff. That was one time they went there. Now, if they was to go there a few times, the same group a few times, a couple of times, and still get different aspects of it, then a lot more might have took that message. And not everybody's going to take that message, because we were all kids at that age. You didn't want to hear it, but it needs to be reinforced, and by others, and different ways. Everybody has a way of sending that message across. You got to get varying people to send the same message, and some will take it and some won't. When I came home, I had my whole crew that I call soldiers. I told them where I was going, that I was done with this, and I told them, leave the streets. And as I hung with them, I kept repeating that message. A good majority of them took that message. Some didn't. Some chose not to, and you weren't going to affect everybody. But a good percentage of them did. And now they got families, working men, productive members of society, and they left that alone. And now they're raising their own families, and they're passing that message on to their kids. So some will take it, some won't, but it has to be consistent. It has to have that message. Has to be you have to keep going with it. It has to be repetitive. It can't be one time. This is what's going on, because it'll go out their head real quick.
So why do you think? All right, look, I've really been on my ultimate fantasy of a great world to help these kids is me starting rec centers, all over again, and really have the guys who need to run it are the guys coming from the penitentiary that are really done with it. The guys who can walk away, the guys that are done. Now, I don't think the guys who inform should be up in there. I'm just saying, man, that's just not the message I want to pass. Respect. There's a lot of good guys that never told that can still pass a good message. If a guy wants to, if he told and he stands on the microphone and he's saying, kids, the streets, treachery, the streets, this, don't ever do this, do that. You're telling that kid right there, the kid in the audience, is that I told all my friends, I wasn't loyal to my friends. That's the only message you're telling them. That's what I believe. You think I'm wrong for that?
No, you got to keep, but not everybody's going to come with that message. Look right now online. How many of these rats are out here? Let me rephrase it. These government cooperating witnesses out there from different, not just the mafia. You got a lot of other guys from gangs and crews and drug crews that are out here, and they're telling their stories. And they're glorifying it, and then they'll end it with a message like, don't make the prison system, saying your next home. Stop telling those stories. That you're glorifying it. So these kids are taking it, and they're getting accustomed to that lifestyle, saying, it's cool. Because you're more focusing on the money, the lifestyle aspect of it, other than the consequences,
But the first message that they have to tell before they don't get out of the street is, I'm here because I didn't take my accountability for my actions. And I told on my friends, and I wasn't loyal to my friends. I knew going in that jail or death was coming, but yet I took the bitch way out, and I wanted to take another guy from his family. They don't say that. They come right out and say, streets are lie, and this guy was going to turn. No, you did that. So say that, then try to help the kids. Because I think if you tell a kid,
Coach, give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Because I want to clear this narrative, and I'm so sick of it. The underworld, Let me
Real quick,
explain.
sorry about your kid. Sorry about, look, she lost a kid. I'm sorry, Carlos. Look, she lost a kid. Sorry, or sorry for your loss. I'm sorry about that. I lost a lot too,
Underworld.
man.
Let me explain something to
Lost a
you.
lot.
I'm so tired of you clowns with this narrative. My name is Carlos Muniz, Muniz, not Carlos Munoz, the Jimmy Calandra simp that lives next to his house. You clowns need to understand this. When you can show me a video where you see me pop on a Jimmy the Helmet Calandra live or see me in his comment section praising him. And to the meantime, shut up with that nonsense, because that's one thing about YouTube. You can't hide videos. I'm Carlos Muniz, not Carlos Munoz, clown. Get it straight. No time will you see me promoting no government cooperating witnesses at all. Ever. Show me receipts, fool. And now you can go. I just wanted to address that because I'm sick of that narrative. They've been saying it for months, thinking I'm that same guy that lives next to that rat.
I don't want the drama, but you know what? When you're my boy, man. When they come at you, you handle your business. You know, I'm with you, right or wrong. It don't matter. The thing that I want to reiterate is so listen, everybody in the chat. Yeah, you want the kids to get out of the street. Of course, you don't want them to go through the pain and the suffering, but you don't want them to not take accountability. Well, because they get caught, they can tell on their friend, or you know, if you get involved in something. This is why it's so imperative that the ones who listen to these clowns on here with these fake narratives, acting like they're something that they're not, the people who follow those people, right? They're the ones teaching their kids the same shit. Just telling your friends will never trust you. People are not going to want to be bothered with you. Kids in school have enough time already with the internet. Everything is about, you know, it's almost like an entitlement they feel. The video games and the computers, you know, they're the babysitters. And when guys run their mouth about you, that's all they're doing is running their mouth. Because why does somebody have to, like, all I ever see you is respond. I don't see you ever start something. So if these guys are coming at you, it just shows who they are inside. They look stupid. They think they're insulting you, but they look like a bunch of clowns because what they have in their heart, they're not happy with themselves, bro. And for a lot of people, it's as easy as that, but it's really hard as that for them to explain that. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for them to explain because it's that simple. It's not about you, Carlos. It's about them. They're not happy who they are, man. You know, and dude, you're a straight up dude. And to be honest, whatever they're saying about you, these guys, or however they feel, you know, if they really knew you, they wouldn't talk like that, number one. But you said it before, brother. Because I want you to break this down. Explain it again. This YouTube fantasy, what'd you call it? You can be wherever you want on here or something like that. You went in on that. Like, what, man, I love that. How'd you break that down?
It's simple. Like, you have a majority that never done anything. You know, absolute squares. So what they know about life and stuff like that, they've seen on movies and videos and stuff. So they feel energized to be in comment sections, create these avatars and characters and spill all this stuff and feel good about themselves. Then you have people like this guy who's probably got like 6 sock accounts, goes to different channels and does all this, makes comments like that because it fills some inner void that's missing inside them. You know, at the bottom line, if you're going to come out and run your mouth, be able to back it up with proof. See, now he's going at my brother Lou. You couldn't even stand in my brother's shoes. And I bet you if you were in front of my brother, not behind an avatar account, my brother would smash your face in and make you eat your teeth. But Underworld, if you want, you can prove my theory wrong. You can jump on a live right now, show your face, and have this conversation like a man. Instead of being the typical keyboard warrior, making up a laugh and hiding behind the avatar. There's a link there. Jump on the link and tell us how you really feel.
I'll be respectful.
There goes the link, Underworld. Show us. Show us. Come voice your opinion. Yeah, excuses. You just proved here you're a coward, and you know what? You get no more energy. You get no more love.
Who's a cop?
Yeah, you see, but they do this all the time. And as soon as you tell them to jump on a live and conversate, they go to exactly what they are and they prove exactly who they are. See, there you go. Now it's the jokes. Now it's that because you've proven it. You
Yeah,
proved it
yeah.
in front of all these people in the chat exactly what you are. So I hope you're proud of yourself, clown.
Carlos got collectibles worth more than that dental bill. He can do that right now if he wants. Don't believe that shit.
That's
Number
that's
one.
one thing
Number
about
two,
me. I tell them all day. I smile for the camera. I let you see my
fucking
grill.
right.
That's one thing. I live in my truth. That stuff does not bother me because it's who I am. What bothers me
bothers
when you
them,
come at
though,
me with
bro.
lies.
It bothers them because they're not secure with who they are. You know what I'm saying, bro? Straight up.
Damien
You know what I'm saying?
Argenti. Mad respect, my brother.
So wait, we got to get that dude out of there.
No, leave him be, leave him
nobody-
be. No, see, that's the thing. Sometimes you gotta let these clowns sit in the chat so
All right.
everybody around can see exactly who they are.
So, hold on. Wait, Big Lou proved he isn't a real one when he was jumping. And listen, it is what it is. If that's what he did, that's what he did. Where's he at now is what counts, right? See, the problem with you people on the other side, let me break it down to you, because you probably never heard it like this. You guys spend too much time looking in the rear view and looking down the line, right? The present is here. In the book, if you're any man of faith, it says the present. We got to be here, up close and personal. Back there don't mean shit. Big Lou never testified. That's all that matters. He ain't a rat. Doesn't matter who we thought was cool before. Big Lou never told. You know what I'm saying? Dude's only 5 years removed from the penitentiary. Very
my
serious
brother
dude.
Lou
You
is
guys better
vetted.
stop playing
I'm
with him.
vetted. My brother Nelson, we're vetted. We've been vetted. Do you understand? That's a difference. And you can vet. That's why I came into this using my first and last name. You can look me up. Spend the $30. Go get my PSI report. Find out about my record. We're vetted. That's why I came in out here with like Tom Armchair NBA likes to say, full disclosure. This is why I use my name, because I want you guys to go check. I ain't here just talking about it. You know, I know who I am. It's out there in the open.
Underworld. What it is this, right? See, We Push Back is like a Facebook group. Shout out to Dominic, Justice Tech Pros, and his father and his brother. Hope they get home soon. What I'm saying is this. You know, We Push Back is people can join, people can leave. You know, just informants can't join or leave. That's the difference. You hear what I'm saying? People can join and leave, but informants or rats can't join or leave. That's the difference.
There's no conversation, Underworld. You've proven that you're a coward. You won't even jump on a live, so you can go vet. You don't even have to vet.
Come on if you
want, This is not a conversation. Be a man. A conversation needs to be had when two men can look each other in the eyes. I'll turn off the avatar. Look into my eyes. Let me look into yours when you come at me with some questions. Show me. Show us. But what you're doing is you're proving you're a coward. And you're probably somebody we know, because most of the ones on the other side, that's who they are. Cowards. That's why they gotta pop up with stock accounts.
Hey,
because they're cowards and shit.
These crazy guys. I'll smack the taste out their mouth, these scumbags.
Here we go. We can do that in person if you want. You're selling wolf tickets is what you're doing. You've already proven that. Here, we'll give you my email address. You're a clown. I'll give you my direction. I'm in Florida, clown. I'm in Winter Park, Florida. Real simple. Okay.
Yeah, loyal friend, Frankie Calabria. Shout out.
There you go. We were just talking about Frankie last night. I haven't seen Frankie Calabria in a long time. Frankie, good to see you.
I thought the other side was not about violence.
No,
what's your email?
They're we press charges. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Look at this fool. Why would I give you my email? I don't talk to cowards. I don't associate with cowards.
That's too much negative, man. I just put the
bye, Underworld. Go get another stock account and come back. But yeah, you know how that goes, man. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And it'll be more. You see what you're going through.
Yeah.
You see what you're going through. You got them blowing up your phone. And at the end of the day, nobody's doing nothing. And what we noticed, if you've seen in the last 8 or 9 months with everything that's going on, you got all these guys, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And then in all reality, nobody's going to do nothing. And at the end of the day, if somebody was to go do something like me, I keep it a buck. Come see me.
All
I'm not just sitting here talking.
I say, yo, I'm already doxxed. My address is out there. I welcome anybody, man. And I don't say there's a tough guy. I say that believe one thing. You know, I don't talk that tough shit.
Yeah.
If you ever come near my house and my family, I promise you I can fight, and I promise you I can do the other thing very, very well. I'm not a tough guy. I hit the bag every day if I can, how I feel due to my injuries. I try to stretch. I don't eat meat at all. I try to stay focused. On here I might look upset sometimes, but I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Yeah, I have my medical card, but that's what I do. And I stay ready. It's better to be ready than have to get prepared. So, I don't threaten people because I just don't.
You're not supposed to, especially online when you got Homeland Security sitting in the chat.
In the chat, yep.
But I'm getting back to the original topic with the kids.
Yeah, go ahead.
You gotta. The message has to be repeated over and over again for it to take. Some need a lot more of that reinforcement. All you could do is keep doing what you're doing, bro, and try to get people to do the same thing. Like we conversated, get a few of the content creators and go and do that. And this is and it's necessary because you want to send a message to the kids, and tell them that this is what this is. At the end of the day, only two things are gonna happen.
Yeah. See this right here, guys. Everybody in the chat. Shout out to my buddy Joe Noonan, man. He passed away. He told me, watch this movie. It's about athletes, Game Changers on Netflix. That's what made me stop eating meat. I haven't ate red meat in 10 years, but
congratulations. I wish I could do that.
So what happened with me was I watched this movie, Game Changers, and they broke down the difference of what meat does to your body. They had all these athletes, right? And they were all in shape. And they had one guy eating chicken, one guy eating beef, and one guy eating vegetarian. I think they were burritos or whatever the hell the meal was. After two, it's all about athletes. That's a great show for your kids. Please go let your kids watch that. They can make their assessment on food, whatever they want, but it shows after 2-3 hours, they took all their blood and they spun it. And when they spun it, you could see the white blood cells with the vegetarian was very clear. The one with the red meat and the chicken and all that was so cloudy. And it's not me saying, everybody says eat meat, you're healthy. That's just what you think, your opinion. It really takes a long time for your body to process it. And when you're taking in meat unless you're getting organic stuff or you know where you're getting it, like grass-fed beef is the best. But if an animal has any kind of inherited ailment or anything, that stuff can be passed on. I mean, they can only filter milk so much. I mean, I'm not telling anybody what to do. Do what you want. I still see this the weird thing though, so I guess I'm not because, I eat fish and I'm Italian, so what Italians do when there's nothing in the fridge. I mean, you either get a piece of old bread and toast it and put whatever you got, butter or cream cheese. So, I guess I still I don't eat meat at all, but look, if I wanted a bowl of cereal, to be honest, I like almond milk. Did you ever try that shit? That's pretty good. I don't know. For me, I had my blood work, bro. The doctor said I'm 49. I've had 6 surgeries, pulled holes in both legs. I don't say as a tough guy, say I've been through a lot, but I still have discs in my neck herniated. I still can't, carry stuff too heavy. But, for me, a pool, anybody who can't move and get through, I would think I'm going to start doing some of them shows too about fitness and injury recovery and how to build around the injury. But the pool for anybody who can't work out and run or anything, get in a pool and just work out there. You don't need anything else. That's the best thing to do is a pool.
Yeah.
Stand in the pool, resistance.
And calisthenics.
Yeah, here we go. Look, I respect that. I respect it. I respect it.
But see, that's the thing. Everybody has their views. You can agree to disagree. And
I think it is considered meat. Yeah.
And you said what? I respect it. That there's nothing wrong. That's the problem. Not everybody has to see everything.
Yeah, I never tell nobody what to eat. They can do whatever they want. I'm saying for me.
But there are some that are going to grab what you're saying and say, you know what? Let me try that. Let me try that.
That's fine.
Some will take the message and some won't. And that's again, that goes back to that thing. Everybody's entitled to grab what they want, take from what they want, and that's it. But keep doing that. Do one on fitness. Do one on health. You know, you get some that say, you know what, I'm gonna try that.
The thing is though, take away the vegetarian or carnivorous thing about it. What I'm saying is, have your kids watch that movie and watch the strongest dude in the world is a vegan. It's not about that. It's not about being a vegan or vegetarian or carnivore or pescatarian. What's about is let them watch it and watch what the athletes, like what they do, how they train, like what they go through, the dedication, you know. Everybody, you think my family's Italian, meatballs, and come on, man. I just feel better. It's only my opinion. I know guys that eat meat that are in shape, they feel great too. To each his own. I mean, everybody, but I've done all the diets and workouts and stuff. For me, just I haven't had now chicken, pork, and you know, bro, Italian pork. You like pork too, right?
Absolutely.
Man, I do miss it. I'm not gonna lie, but I felt like it was slowing me down. That's just my own opinion, you know.
Do you feel better behind it? Do you feel better behind the change? That's what counts.
Oh yeah.
You're good with it, you know, and it's okay to miss certain things, but as long as you feel better behind it and say to yourself, you know what, I think I made the right decision. I feel better physically, you know, and my energy's better, my body feels right, it's functioning good. That's what counts at the end of the day. Hey, Doodle Brown has a question. He goes, Code, could you give me some recipes for fish? I would like to
definitely. I'll tell you one right now. I'll give you the best recipe for the summer. So easy, Doodle Brown, right? Listen. Whatever your fish, if you don't like the salt and all that, there's a couple fishes that don't. Orange roughies one is very hard to find, but get codfish, right? Clean it, rinse it with water, right? Take the bottom off. The way you take the skin off the bottom of fish is once you start it, you just peel it very lightly, very slowly, you know, wet it a little bit, loosen it up. But then you put it on a piece of tinfoil, get some butter, whatever you use, oil, put it on the tinfoil, put your fish down. It's as simple as this: peppers, onions, whatever you desire to put on there, right on top. Your spices, whatever your mouth acquires, little bit of lemon, crinkle it up, make it like a little, you know, like a little house for your fish. Put it on the grill. I'm telling you, man, it's probably going to take 5 minutes, and it'll be some of the best fish you ever had. Trust me. I hope that's a good one because that'll work every time. If you want to impress somebody, that really works.
Look at Lloyd Christmas. He goes, it's sad how they do those I like Lloyd Christmas rock.
Yeah. Give it to me, Lloyd. That's great. Oh, who's that? Oh, no, that's Ketamine, right? Yeah. That's awesome, man. See, I can take it. That's the difference, man. I don't get butthole hurt. Only when you threaten my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got that sensitivity factor got to come out.
I live
on you got to enjoy it. You know, you got to laugh.
That's great. Look at eggs. Everybody, it's going to be McDonald's up here, Burger King.
It's like that documentary when it came out, Super Size Me. That guy showed what, you know, fast food does, you know, but some will take it and some won't. But
but seriously though, the Game Changer show, Carlos,
I'm gonna have my boy watch it because he's on a football kick now.
For you though, you have problems with your heart or your lungs? Which one is it? I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want, but I know you got some situation. Whatever you got, you know, I don't know how, dude. Listen. When I see you and I see you fight every day, man, and I see like my pop, I'm like, damn, that shit makes me keep going because I still have 7 discs in my neck herniated, man. I mean, I've been cut 6 times. You know, some days my body's banged up, man, really bad. But, you know, for me, when I used to let it really get to me, I mean, years ago in the beginning, like, dude, I was depressed for a minute, man. Never like suicidal, but there was times I couldn't walk. I used to limp real bad. I mean, they cut me everywhere, broken leg, you know. After I got shot, I lost a little bit of I have a foot drop in my left leg, but I have like a little bit of how can I put it? My left side after getting shot, like I still don't have, like it took me a long time to when I tried to get back to hitting the bag. I couldn't step with my left foot right. That's why I can go both ways. I can go southpaw too. I had to teach myself, you know, to move that way too. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's why I could never really get in the ring and fight because of to do pro or do any of that or really fight a lot of fights amateur, because any little slip, especially with a back, but I mean, I used to go in there and move around and shit, let them guys. And Lloyd wants me to tell the story how I got shot. Oh, man. How can I tell that without saying too much? All right, here's the bottom line. I had a barbershop in a pretty bad neighborhood. My barbershop was on the corner. Every guy so when they say the racist shit, go to my neighborhood. Every guy that worked in there was African-American. They were my boys. We come up together, right? Mm-hmm. And they were great guys. Shout out to my boy G, man. He's dead. He was killed on a motorcycle. He was my main barber, man. He was like, come on. He was like Cedric the Entertainer in the barbershop. And like the little kids in the chair, boy, if you don't sit down, I'm going to smack your ass. One of them guys. Shout out to G. But he would, what's his name? He would put, what the hell is his name? No, see, then you got to read the chat. People want to see scars of your, what's the name? Yeah, I do got bullet holes in both legs, man. That's not a problem. But anyway, long story short, we're out. These guys are chilling, and some shit pops off outside. Kids start rumbling. Well, what happens with a fist fight? It either keeps going or, it's a turn of an event, without saying too much, and something happened. Dude got up, and next thing you know, they go off, man. It's, what are you going to do? You're right there. There's a lot of situations before that happened, unfortunately, that, I was lucky. So I don't condone none of that shit. I don't, I don't do that at all.
No, you don't glorify it.
Yeah.
I took 3 to the chest. I had a bulletproof vest on, but it put me out of commission for about a month. I survived, but that's stuff that happens when you're in the lifestyle in the streets.
Yeah, but because I'm a man and I don't lie and I don't have time for suckers. I don't know if you can see. Can you see my leg, Carlos? Can you see that? Can you see my leg, bro?
Oh yeah, you can see it. Where it went
right
in.
there?
Yep.
Went boom, boom, and I got 2 holes back here, but I'm not going to show you all that. Yeah, both my legs. So Lion King, get on the back of the bike. I don't lie, man. I'm not a sucker.
The man upstairs decided it wasn't your time for a reason.
I don't know if it's on this side or this side. I got one on. I'll show it when I find it next time, but not that I owe anybody, but just because you guys know, like, there's no reason to lie, man. Nobody wants to. Seriously, man. I mean, what glorification do I get out of telling that? Oh, I'm cool. I got shot. No, but that's unfortunately when kids hear that, it's the first thing that they go to. Man, you got shot at it. No,
does it hurt?
Denounce that shit.
Yep. They want to know, does it hurt?
No, they want to know, like, what happened and
oh yeah, they want to know what happened, and the next thing they want to know is they want to know if it hurt.
Lloyd said they didn't miss me. They hit me. Both legs. I got holes in both legs, bro. But I wouldn't sit here and ever act like I'm what's the name. I would never sit up here and be like, yo. I would never sit up here and act like I'm something that I'm not, man. I don't there's no reason for that. So
you just have to be you. You just gotta be you. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be stuff that they're not. It didn't matter if you was the average Joe Small or you was a kingpin. Just be yourself. And you get guys that want to change stories and hype themselves up to be everything. Just be who you are. There's nothing wrong with being who you are, period.
Yeah, man. And if you look, I'm not, what am I proud about getting shot? Well, because I got caught in some shit and I got hit? No. But there was times I've been robbed at gunpoint a couple times. One time I had, and it's a true story. And if he ever wanted to come on here and tell the story, he could come with me. But we were in a certain area and I had an AK-47 pointed to my face, 357, and I had a 38. There's 3 guys. Nobody never told. Shit happens, man. Another time, I had my apartment. Dudes came to my crib just like the gas men. They brought us down for questioning. I said, what do you want me to tell you? Nothing. I got some of my shit back. Them guys respect it. I wasn't going to tell them. Even they came to rob me anyway. I wasn't going to do that, man. They were trying to get a lick.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Shit happens, man. When you live your life a certain way, man, and you ain't prepared for it, you shouldn't get in there with it. Just step back, man. Kids, no reason to be something you're not, man. The streets will never bring you anything but, no, I'm not going to say all pain. It's just a lot of like aggravation, because if you don't have the stomach for it, a lot of us, what's the name, man? A lot of us like stop, we put on this front. We act like, these guys act like tough guys. They act like this, that, and the other thing, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why do that? What message you want to send? All that rah-rah. That's what you want kids to do? Kids act like there's something they're not, and then one of them really get hurt one day. To me, to all you guys on the other side, the messages are pushing, all this drama and bullshit, just doesn't make sense, man. Tell me how that helps a kid. Carlos, what do you think? What makes them tick? What makes them tick, bro?
They're not in it. They're not in it. They're not in it to send a positive message, no matter how they look at it. They're in it for clout and the monetary aspect of it. Like I said, most of this is a business to these guys. You see it daily. They'll have a whole show based on messages, and then 2 minutes later, send me some money, send some cash apps, doing real bad. And I get the whole, you're entertaining, you're doing a service, you're doing a job, but let somebody choose to donate to you instead of pushing that issue. And we've seen it this week alone. How many shows were ended with, we're doing bad, send money. You have yet to see us say, hey, we're doing bad, everybody. There's a cash app up there. There's this, donate. Now, I don't see you doing it. I don't see most of the content creators on our side doing it neither.
But I do want to say, I've been getting some cash apps, man, for some people. And I don't want to say names because I think they don't want, they seem like they want to keep it. So thank you, man. I mean, look, if I ever do get monetized and look, they struck my show from last night. I guess you can't use the song. It's royalties, whatever. But, I don't know. Somebody did that because it was a positive show. It wasn't negative. So why would they strike it other than the music, right?
Yeah, they struck it because what it is, and that's gonna happen with content creators right now. You're gonna have people that will strike the channel so that YouTube could go inside and see what's wrong. YouTube will go inside that video and they'll review it and they'll say, oh, he used the song. Boom, there goes the strike. So it is what it is. Just you got to be careful. Be careful playing copyrighted material as far as videos and music.
Carlos, how does this work? With you can get at, how's the ads work on there?
Oh, I'm ignorant when it comes to all that.
Does anybody know how that works? The ads? Sorry, you got pistol whipped. My bad, bro.
Who said that, Lloyd?
No, my neighbor right now. My neighbor. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up with a dude, Pete and Chris Saris. Shout out to the Saris brothers. One of them was a SWAT team. The other one was undercover narcotics. His whole career, we didn't even talk. I didn't see him. Maybe on the phone a couple times, but, that's what he did, man. He wasn't the cop that, he's retired now, but he was a 4th black belt, jiu-jitsu, skateboarder. He wasn't the guy, if he busted you, the only way he's going to jam somebody up is if you want to tell, he'll tell you, do whatever you want. If you want to do that, he doesn't twist your hand. But he was a great dude, his brother. But his brother, when we were kids, I just seen him actually probably I talked to him on the phone about a year and a half ago. And he called me because he knew I was going through the case and all. And he called to check up on me and shit, Pete. But his older brother, Chris, when we would go in his room and, his brother was shot out, bro. He was infatuated guns. You ever see Police Academy?
Yeah, Tackleberry. Tackleberry, yes.
That's him, bro. That was Tackleberry. Yo, he would chase us and shoot us at BBs. One time he almost shot me in the eye. I ducked down. His mom, they just got for Christmas the new stereo, John. Remember the old glass things? Remember the stereos, how they used to be?
With the glass, you had to hit the little click button on
that thing. Yo, I broke out of that crib. But, yeah, I've been hit with BBs a lot, man. They used to just shoot us. Walk right up. Yo, how's this feel? Pop, 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 pop. Damn, man. I'd be like this. But, yo, that's the shit that kids need. That's the life kids need to have, man. Kids need to have being kids, having fun, not worrying about going out of the house getting shot, not worrying about somebody raping their mother or somebody getting so high they're trying to break in and steal their shit, man. Like, the only way you solve that is people got to get back to God. And if they don't want to have God, then they got to get back to a certain amount of respect. That's what it's going to take, man. You can't do life without them. If you got to have one of them, you know.
Yep.
And well, you need both of them. But some people feel they can get by. Some people don't believe in God. Why, I don't know. I mean, but yet that's programmed for us to say, you know.
Yep. I believe in the man. I was born and raised Catholic, so you know.
Yeah, me too.
And he makes the final decisions on what's happening. Same thing like me, you know. I was given an expiration date. I understood that, and I'm cool with it. I come to terms with that a long time already. And you know, all you could do is live one day at a time. You know, and when the man upstairs decides it's your time, it's your time. You just live it one day at a time. That's it.
Yeah, damn straight. What do you got going on today, big dog?
Not much. About an hour, I go pick up my boy. He's going to his mom's for the weekend. I just got hit up on
tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? We keep it going. Yeah. Why not, bro?
I'm gonna go. I got invited to go support my brother Kane Shade's uncle tonight at the bodega.
Oh, well, I'll come by and see you guys, man.
They definitely drop by. I haven't sure, but usually he goes on about, you know, sometimes 9 or 10, you know.
Yeah, I sent him a message, man, but I didn't get a response. Is he all right? Everything cool?
Oh yeah, he's fine. Kane Shades is good. You know, Kane Shades is just real laid back. That's a good brother. You know, I
like Kane Shades.
Oh yeah, he rocks. He just disses himself from that. He don't get too far wrapped up into all the drama. He's soft spoken, keeps to himself. He's not, you know, all the way out there, but he's a good dude. You know, and I got mad respect for that brother. You know, now he could be when it comes to the sports. That's when you'll get the alternate ego of Kane Shades, you know. But other than that,
he's talking about the Sixers. He's talking about Miami. You know, he's
a diehard Kane fan. I've been a Kane fan since '87. You know, even when I lived in New York. Oh yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, and we already know how they are. I'm a diehard Yankee. I'm a diehard New York Giants, and I'm a diehard Kane fan. I've been a Kane fan since '87. You know,
that's crazy though, man. You know, they're on tonight. They play tonight. Kane Shades. What are they 2-0 Miami Heat right now?
I'm not even sure. I haven't been keeping up with sports.
Up 2, I think, with the Sixers. Let me see.
Now I'm a Miami Hurricane. The U. That's my stuff.
No. Wait. Oh yeah, we got today you got game 3. Miami's up 2-0, 7 o'clock. I don't know where they're playing at today. Anyway, and then you got game 4's on Sunday. That's crazy.
Yeah, Lloyd is absolutely right.
What'd he say?
Lloyd says social media can be more dangerous than people think. He's absolutely right.
Oh man, it's vicious, man. I don't know some of these people.
Andrea Fatali. Buongiorno back.
No, don't do that now. Don't. You got to heal up, son. Your lungs, you can't. Now he wants to go hit the bag while he's sick. No, relax.
He wants to sweat it out?
Yeah, well, yeah, but the thing is breathing, man. That's the number one.
He got that fighting gene in him like his dad. So you gotta respect that.
Who's this huge fan of whatever it's called? You know that? Fancy Decline? I don't know.
Huge fan of Proceeding. It's Ketamine Fiend.
Is it?
Yeah. Ketamine Fiend rocks. So you got some that come in and they make jokes like you got Lloyd Christmas. You have some that, you know, they're good at what they do. They make you laugh. They break the ice. They come in and enjoy themselves. They don't come in here with all that bogus nonsense trying to start drama, you know.
As an imposter, kitty.
Oh.
I'm lost, bro.
You just gotta let the chat let the mods do their job.
All right, cool.
So you
That's
got good
funny,
minds
though.
here.
It's
Matty
funny how you.
Marinara, what's good, my brother?
Who we saying hi to? Yeah,
Matty
tell Maddie.
Mar-
I told Maddie, come on, man. He's funny, but he's probably relaxing. You know?
Shout out to Matty Marinara, Uncle Zio Lesso. Oh, it's an imposter. Yeah. We don't do that. We don't do the replicas. You're not gonna be an imposter of ketamine fiend.
How do you know which one it is?
You could tell. Because ketamine fiend is gonna come in as ketamine fiend. It won't come in as huge fan of, you know.
Oh.
I personally don't like replicas. I don't dig it.
Get on the back of the bike. Oh, that's a troll. Carlos, that's a troll that put what's it called?
Yeah, he got put to bed.
Oh.
But see, you hit him after I hit him, and now you gave him a 5-minute timeout. See, this is why you gotta leave your wrench. Let your mind do their thing.
So why is their name still up there then? Why can I can still see them even if you hit them?
Yeah. Yeah, the comments will be there, but they won't be there. They won't comment after that.
Oh, my bad. Oh, all right.
Oh no,
now
you good. Now you know.
Right. Bro,
Matty goes, Code, stay off the keyboard.
Yeah, you told me that yesterday, bro. But
yeah, you got good minds. They got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. What's the name? Yeah, Maddie's crazy.
Maddie's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What's the name, man? I'm probably gonna go get something to eat, man.
There you go.
You know? Yeah, and then
you had a good show. You got your message across, and it's true, man. All you can do is keep doing what you're doing, and I respected what you're doing with the kids. You stay working with them. You keep repeating the same thing over to them, and they'll take that message, but it has to be repeated over and over for them to get it. One time it won't work. It just won't.
No, that's why I keep trying to do. My message is the same from day one, man. Guys always want to act like something. I don't understand certain things, man. The chat's crazy because I learned from the other night. Whatever I'm saying, don't take it. You guys can deal with that. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I want to say a prayer. Do you mind that?
Go ahead, go, bro. Do your thing.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear God, Heavenly Father above, thank you for another podcast. I ask you today, God, to look over Carlos, man, his condition, his family, the expiration date that they gave him. He's still here by your grace. God, I ask you, his son, help him. These guys have just great relationships, have long, long times together, Lord. No expiration date, unless it's your decision, But I ask you to put that grace over him and his family, everybody in the military, mental illness, addiction, everybody in here in the chat. I ask you just show your grace, let people start feeling it. They're not going to say they're going to accept it, but, maybe you can make them feel a little bit. And in your name with that, I pray, amen. That's for you, brother, man.
Amen.
All right. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you tonight. Well, I'll just be over to see you guys. What time are you going on?
I don't know what time he's going to go on, but it's got to be somewhere after 8, but I'll hit you up on whatever, when I find out what time he is, so you could drop by, show support, All
right, brother. Let me know.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody in the chat, you guys have a good one. We'll see you later in the other chats. Everybody have a good one.
That's what's up. All right. God bless, guys.
Be easy.